Bears, Beets, Battlestar Galactica. That's what's going on. Strikeout Beer, quick beer reviews with your pals, Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
Somewhat pals, and I'm Rapid Dave.
Yeah.
Acquaintances.
But here we go. We're knocking this out. It's from Martin House. It's a spice beet sour. Let's just be honest. I don't know why we're drinking this. We're drinking it because of The Office, right? I mean, that's if this was a reference to the new girl, we wouldn't drink it, right?
Would we not? I don't know.
No, I watched that a few. Oh my gosh, this just
It's
looks
so
like
red. I'm going to have to brush my teeth as soon as this is over. It's going to stain it. It's going to stain it so bad.
Okay.
So here you go. If you're wondering what it looks like, this is what it looks like. And this is not like
beets.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Now I think this might be, well, it's not really qualified as clear the fridge. You have canned 10/13/2022.
Yeah.
So it's been, 6 months.
7. 6 almost. Yeah, almost 7. Because we're in May now. So look, we're just gonna drink this. And
doesn't smell too bad. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as I remember. We see your tongue gets red as you drink it. It's like those blue Takis. If you eat those blue Takis, they make your mouth blue.
Okay.
This is more mellow than I remember. It's not as sour.
It's not sour. Like I just had a different Delilah Into the Darkness, which was super sour.
Yeah.
This is not super sour.
So I'll tell you this: they get 5 out of 5 for can art. Phenomenal can art.
Bears and Stormtrooper gear on the can. Office reference.
Did you pull anything up on this?
I did, and here's what they have. They're back to their true roots. A lactose sour with beets and holiday spices.
I don't know. You know what? I hate doing lactose beers. And it's like, here I am drinking another one.
Yeah. And here, I don't like sour beers, but here I am drinking another. 2 in a row.
Martin House Monday.
Can get you on Martin House Monday. Can get you.
I feel like it's going to stain this glass, though, if I leave it in there too long. Look at that thing. It's the wildest color you've ever seen. It's so damn.
Actually, I first grabbed my Lions mug, and I said, I'm not drinking this beer in that mug. It just wasn't.
Are you picking up any spice, maybe? See, me, I had that. So we just did another review earlier, and I had a best made spicy pickle beer. And so I have the spices are still kind of, still in my mouth and in my throat and everything like that. So are you picking up any spice?
So I'm not picking up the spice, but I feel like that's what is mellowing out the sourness in the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the sourness is canceling out the spice taste, but the spice taste is mellowing out the sour taste.
Okay. Now, this beer was originally purchased, like I said, last year in 2022, towards the end of the year. This is a holiday beer, technically. It's one of those things where you have, it's a spiced beet sour. So this beer was made for around that time where around the holidays, things like that. I think we picked it up around Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. And we kind of just put it off to the side. We're like, we're going to split this 4-pack. You take 2. I'm going to take 2. We'll go our separate ways, and we'll meet in the middle of one day. And here we are.
That day has come.
Yeah,
that day is here.
Recording. You're probably watching this Wednesday, May 3rd. But those roosters, it came to roost or something like that, or whatever they say.
it did, and it was one of those where like, you know what? Let's drink it now after we've had a couple, as opposed to drinking this sober, right? But saying that, it's not awful.
Yeah,
like it's way better than I expected it to be. Mm-hmm. So let me say that.
And we're gonna tuck one away to revisit in December. or October, somewhere between October and December.
Yeah, sometime after October 13th of 2023.
Yeah.
But not bad.
No, I wouldn't say it's too sour or anything. It's just it's there.
I
Right.
I wouldn't buy it again.
Mhm.
How's that? Um,
Well, we're not sour folks either. Like some people
we're
love this
not.
beer.
But this isn't like overly sour or anything like that. Um, it's just not for me. How's that sound? Not for me.
And I know some people that do like these beers. They like the sour beers and things like that. The best made, the pickle beers, uh, the entire sour line that they have, because they do have quite a bit of sour beers out there at Martin House, and they're in Fort Worth, Texas. Check them out, martinhousebrewing.com. You can find them on any social network, either be TikTok or Facebook, things like that. So check them out and see what they got going on, and you can always find out what they have on tap. And if you're local, pop into their tap room, because I'm telling you, you'll have a good time.
Well, yeah, and there's definitely a beer there for you. Like they've got a lot of really good, delicious beers, and then they have some really wild ass beers, like a beet sour, right? Um, yeah, it's
Oh man, Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna
I
have
don't
to.
know. I'm gonna give this a I don't hate it review, right? I don't hate it. It wasn't awful. Would I buy it again? No, but it's not one of those where it's like you take a couple drinks, you're like, I'm not finishing this. I finished it. It's done. It's gone.
I've only said that about a handful of beers, but as we've done this show and we've gone on to have some interesting drinks and things like that, where it's like, okay, well, we pretty much made the agreement with one another that we're going to finish the beers that we start, unless there's
Oh
something wrong with it. Unless there's something wrong with them, and then you can get
yeah,
out of it, something like that. And but yeah, there's nothing wrong with this beer. Again, it's Beets Battlestar Galactica. It's a spiced beet sour from Martin House Brewing, and it's just another, man, just wild beer they put out there, and it was during the holidays too. We picked it up. And I'll be honest with you, Alan, like these kind of beers, I'm glad that we still have them and things like that, because all it does is it makes me flash forward to the holiday season. I love the holiday season more than anything
yeah,
else.
that's true.
September all the way into December is one of my favorites, and this is like it throws me. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait. But give summer its due. This beer, it's held up so far. I can't wait to revisit it here in about 6 months. We'll call it 6 months, and we have cans of it. You still have a can. I have a can. We're going to stuck that in the
Both
back of
of
the
it
fridge,
can.
and it's going to be a clear the fridge episode here in about 6 months.
If not later, because we might forget about it. Like it's just gonna be in the back of the fridge. So we'll get to it when we get to it. At least we're gonna at least let it sit for a year. Like that's just what it's gonna be. But I mean, all in all, not bad. With the expectations going into it, not bad. It's like you go to watch a movie and you expect it to be just awful, right? But then you watch it and you're like, you know what? It wasn't too bad. Had a lot of action in it, you know. I saw 3 pairs of tits, so not that bad, you know. Yeah, expectations were low, but it surprised me. That's what I'll say about this one.
There you go. Wasn't bad. I was terrified, and then it just kind of it was fine, right? But you just a lot of
Yeah.
red. Everything got dyed pink or
Oh yeah,
red.
I gotta go rinse this glass like immediately.
Yeah,
So that's why we're keeping this short because we got to rinse these glasses so they're not stained forever.
yeah.
But thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm Alan.
Rabba Dave.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces.